If you're looking on how to get badges in NBA 2K22, this is the place for you. I already have a 99 overall match player on current gen and a 90 overall plus player with multiple badges on next gen within 1 week of the game dropping. In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how getting badges works in NBA 2K22, what you need to do to get them in MyCareer, Park, and other methods for multiple modes on how to unlock your badges and what I do in both current gen and next gen. I'm gonna go in detail, tell you guys all the secrets, all my settings, everything I use, and I'll answer your questions below if you have the comment section. So I put timestamps if you're looking for specific parts in the description, guys. So some people may come here, they're just looking for a way to get badges in MyCareer, or they just want to understand how to get badges in Park or wherever. Timestamps for this full video is gonna be in the description if you guys have any questions or need help. So let's get right into it. Yo, what's up guys? It's Power DF back with another video. Now, what I've heard a lot from people in my streams and my videos is, Power, how do you get your badges? How do you get your overall up so quick? So in this video, I'm gonna simply do is explain and share to you guys everything I do to get badges fast in NBA 2K22. Now, as you guys can see on current gen right here, most of the stuff I'm gonna say is gonna apply to current gen and next gen. We're gonna have specific stuff that's only for current gen or only for next gen, but most of the stuff you can do on both generations. Now on current gen, you guys can see I'm already a 99 overall. You go to my badges, all my badges are maxed out. I also have a player on next gen that pretty much has all the badges done and is a high overall. So I've been grinding both games and I've been doing it within a week. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna tell you necessarily, I don't know if these are the best ways or the greatest ways, but these are the ways I do to level up. So for the beginners, I just want to get into this because I know some people may be new to 2K and they don't understand this. You guys can skip past this if you've been playing 2K for a while. But how badges work is there are 4 categories of badges. There are finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defense. And everything you do within 3 modes, I'm going to talk about the 3 modes, will get you points. So what I'm going to break down in this video is, 1, we're going to break down how you can get them in Park, Pro-Am, and Rec. What are the best ways to do that? Second thing we're going to break down is MyCareer methods. A lot of you guys, if you're going to grind it within MyCareer, what's the best way to get badges in MyCareer? And the third way is we're going to break down like Brickley's gym on next gen, what I do in the training facility on current gen. So first thing, I want to explain these different categories. So finishing, how you get finishing is, and all these things add up. I want to add this. All these things add up when you're finishing, you're shooting, you're playmaking, defense. That all adds up to your total my points, which helps you get your overall up. So by getting badges, by doing these things, that's how you get your overall up. So finishing is basically just, okay, you're gonna dunk. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I'm gonna go over the actions. You dunk, you do a floater, you do a layup, you do a standing dunk, you do a contact dunks, and contact dunks and lobs you're gonna give the most for finishing. For shooting, it's the shooting. A lot of times shooting, you'll get more points if you're shooting a high percentage. So if you shoot, catch and shoots and you make 4 out of 4, that's gonna give you a lot of shooting. So shooting's basically the shooting, but also shooting at a high percentage. Playmaking, pass and assist, pass to assist, which is I pass it to somebody and then they get assist. And third, throwing lobs. Throwing an alley-oop assist is probably the most you can get for a playmaking, but the other ones do give you points. Defense and rebounding is making contact, rebound, steals, anything like that. Maybe hard contact, so you bump somebody, that's gonna give you a lot for defense and rebounding. So that's gonna give you a kind of understanding of what you're gonna do in general, no matter what the mode. Now, the number 1 way to get it, and before you even go into this MyCareer or these other things, consider trying to play Park to get your badges. Now, for defense and rebounding, especially like for things like defense, that's the hardest thing to do, especially even in MyCareer. So defense and rebounding is really good to get 3v3 Park. 2v2s is terrible for defense, but that's really good for shooting because you get to shoot a lot. But 3s, 2s, that's on the cruise ship. That's on the deck right here. If you on next gen, that's gonna be the different parks. So for example, like north side, south side, Western Wildcats and the Beast of the East, those are going to be the Park, and that's how you can play. So before you do anything else, see if you can get in Park. Now I understand if you're losing in Park or you don't have good teammates or you're struggling, then that's a problem. But you can also, if you have next gen, you can play the matchmaking. They have the matchmaking locations where you can play, you can match up and do 3v3 or randoms, and that will help you get a ton of badges. So before you try anything else, try playing Park and see if you can get your badge, because that's going to be much more fun than a lot of the other stuff we're doing here. Might not be the quickest, but it's going to be fun. So I always like try to do it the fun way, and I've played like, I think over 300 Park games, or a lot of it. I've played MyCareer too. I've done all this other stuff, but I've played so many Park games. I've played 445 Park games. So you can see that that's one thing that helped me get so many badges. Now the next thing, guys, is the Pro-Am courts, guys. So that's going to be deck 8 on current gen. Then it's going to be in the circle on next gen. So on next gen, it's going to be in that middle circle, Pro-Am, and then rec, which we're going to talk about, are right next to each other. So you go into these Pro-Am courts. You just got to get on a Pro-Am team. You get a team of at least 3 people for Pro-Am 33. This is really helpful for like matchmaking for current gen, guys. For current gen, you go in here and you just do a Pro-Am 33 and you match up with people, and that's going to be a really, really good way to get you rep here, just playing people. You have squad of 3. You go in. If you're having trouble in Park, some people don't like Park. They're like, okay, I love Park, but I can't get consistent games in Park. So what's the point of wasting all my time in Park because I want to get my badges quick? And that's understandable. Pro-Am 33 is going to be the place for that. I'm going to show you guys the rec right here. Rec is really good, especially for defensive and rebounding badges. If you're a center in here, you can just get all your boards. This is what I've done for a lot to get so many defensive badges here. I can sometimes get like 1 a game if I have a good rec game. So rec right here, you walk here, you can walk in here with a squad or without a squad. It's matchmaking. You go in there instantly. Rec is going to be good, and it's going to be a lot more fun than what you were doing in MyCareer. So Pro-Am, rec, really, really good ways. The matchmaking on next gen, that's going to be great. But next thing, I know a lot of you guys came for this, is going to be the MyCareer method. So we're going to break down the MyCareer and what I do for each category to get badges in MyCareer in detail. And I'm going to talk about like a little, I wouldn't call it like cheats, but it's like different strategies I use. So let's get into that. Okay, before we get into the MyCareer parts, something key is I want to go in settings. A lot of people right here, a lot of people like to go Hall of Fame, Superstar Hall of Fame because it has the multiplier and everything. And they say, okay, this is giving you the most points, so you can play Hall of Fame. And then you play 12-minute quarters. Me personally, what I do, guys, I just go 5 minutes. I go get my Zeros afterwards, and I play on Pro, because it's true that playing on higher difficulty levels is gonna get you more my points. But if it's just sometimes annoying. I don't want to play try hard AIs. I just want to chill in MyCareer. I don't want to struggle to try to get the most my points. I just want to relax, and don't let people force you into playing Hall of Fame because you're getting the most points. Because if you don't know what you're doing and you're playing bad, it doesn't matter if you're getting a point multiplier, because you're not going to be getting more points. So what I say is start on Pro. If you feel like you want to, if you start on Pro, if you feel like you're playing good on Pro, slowly increase the level, and maybe that'll help you. If you go to Hall of Fame and you're successful on it, then that's fine. But I always like just playing on Pro because it's chilling for me 5 minutes, because I can't stand the lone MyCareer game. So that's just my opinion. You can try whatever you want, but I am telling you guys, if you do raise it, you're going to get more my points. So yeah. All right, the first badge I want to break down is going to be the shooting badges. So here's what I basically do for the shooting badges. It's really simple. It's going to sound simple. But a lot of this stuff is not as complicated as it may seem. So I was able to get all my shooting badges really within a night, like maybe like 5 to 8 hours, pretty much max out all the shooting badges with a little bit of Park, but mostly MyCareer for this. And all I literally do for the shooting badges, as simple as this. So make sure you're in the corner, and this is why it's a variety of methods. But the first thing is I go to the corner, I'll just tap LB to call off bar screen. Wait for the off bar screen. Sometimes the player will leave and try to pick up an off bar screen. I just call for the ball right in the corner and just shoot. Green. Corner shots you probably make all the time. Sometimes I'll go around the screen, walk around it, catch and shoot. Green. You shoot off that. And what you can do a lot of times, they'll start double teaming you. If they double team you and you still want to get shots off, I'll come up for the catch and shoot, and I'll shoot really early in the shot clock before anybody can even get set, and before anybody can double team. Just catch and shoot really from deep. That's how Limitless Spotted will help you if you can get that badge. And you can shoot early before anybody can even set up the double team. And then the third way is if they start doing different things, you can do a pick and roll, and basically you can do shooting and playmaking at the same time. They start double teaming. That's where you can throw up the lobs that we're going to talk about in playmaking right after this and get playmaking points. But if they don't, you can start shooting and coming off the screen and just green every single shot right off the screen. So that's really key. Those are the 3 ways. Like I said, this is also easy in park. So if you guys having trouble, if you go to park 2s, you'll just be able to green and you'll be able to shoot a lot of shots in park 2s and get a lot of points. But MyCareer, it's really just simple. The corner, come off the screen, catch it. It's that easy. Now the next category I wanted to talk about is going to be playmaking. Now that's for playmaking. It's really easy. Playmaking is probably one of the easiest to get. Like I said, the best way to get playmaking badges is always throw lobs. So what we're gonna want to do is come up the court. Sometimes you want to push the fast break. You can push the fast break and you can throw a lob in the fast break. That's always nice. You want to call for a screen. You want to come around the screen, attack the heads defender. So attack the center that's guarding the screen, and then wait for the person to go in for the lob and throw in the lob. Now what happens a lot of times is they see you're doing this, then the AI reacts and they start crowding the paint. If they start crowding the paint, just throw some assists out. So like they'll help from the corner, throw it to the corner, or they'll help from the wing, throw it to the wing guy. And a lot of times when I play on pro, they just make every single shot. So it's like, it's easy. So you can start throwing assists, getting to someone. It doesn't have to be a lob every time. So if they start over helping, you can throw an assist to somebody else just to confuse them or get them off the roll. So that's what I do for playmaking. Extremely easy. Once again, for my playmaking battles, I got those in one night. I think it took me one night for my shooting. The next night I had all my playmaking. So we can also go into some training facility drills that I did later that we're gonna go talk about in a little bit, but that's pretty much the key thing for doing your playmaking. All right guys, and that's just finishing, and this is where it gets a little tricky. On Nuts Gym, when I've tried this, it's actually like really hard, because unless you know that lob timing, it's gonna be super hard to catch those lobs. So here's what I recommend. If you have a build with high finishing on it, try to, like you're a slasher or something, then try to catch the lobs. But here's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna do the LB thing that I talked about for the shooting, and you're gonna come around and you're gonna go to the basket, and then you're gonna call for the ball if you don't have finishing and it's not really high, and you just do a normal layup or a dunk, because that'll help you. Which honestly, the best way to get finishing, what I've noticed, is this park, and then you have wide open layups and wide open dunks. I get a ton of finishing just playing park. But if you want to do the MyCareer, just go in, call for the ball, then go up with it. If you find yourself you can't really catch lobs or you're not really good at it. But if you're a slasher, try to call for the lobs, double tap Y when you go around the off bar screen and you go to the basket, call for the ball, try to dunk it down. Now, next gen, you might just want to do the method where you just get the pass normally and press X and then dunk it, because the lobs are honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a pretty good 2K player. I've played it a long time, and I just have trouble timing those lobs and timing those dunks. So maybe as the year goes on, we'll all like get more used to it. But right now, it's really hard to time anything on next gen. Current gen, you don't have to worry about that. There's no dunk timing or any of that. So just go around the screen, go up with the ball. If you're not feeling comfortable catching the lobs, or if you think you can catch the lobs, try to do that, because lobs will give you the most my points. Now you can also do a floater or something like that. If you're a guard, you can do a pick and roll. You can do a floater in the paint or a teardropper. Anything like that will also get you finishing badges. But that's how I do the finishing. Okay guys, next, last but not least, is gonna be the defense. Defense is honestly really hard to get in MyCareer, but I'm gonna give you some tips on kind of what I do. The best way to get defense, if you ask me, rec park 33s. But if you're gonna play in MyCareer and you want to get in MyCareer, you just don't have teammates or whatever the reasons are, I say what you need to do is always press, go for the steals. A lot of times on pro, you get a lot of steals. Go behind them, try to reach for a steal, try to play the lanes and jump it, and try to make them force up a quick shot or possession, and then crash down for the board, especially if you're a big man. Now, if you're a guard, you might not be able to get those boards, but if you're a big man, crash down for the board and get the board. Rebounds, we get a ton of rebounds in the game that will that up. You get steals that will help you a ton. You want to make contact with him. So a lot of times what you do is you hold L2 or LB and you run up to the person and you make some contact with them when they're coming up the floor, because any kind of contact you make with a person will give you defensive badge points, and you can get 5, 10K from these games, especially quick, and then you can add on them to the practice facility drills I'm going to show you quickly. That's basically what we do for defense. Key things: contact, rebounds, steals. Self-explanatory, but try to press them on defense. That's really the key of getting defensive badge points. Obviously, a lot of times when you press them, you can run them from behind. You can get a chase down block, and sometimes like that'll add some points if you get blocks. All right, guys. The next place is the team practice facility, guys. This is going to be on deck 8 on current gen, and on next gen, it's above Brickley's gym on the map. So basically, once you play a couple games, you can go and you can work on skills in here. There's gonna be team drills. Sometimes you get a multiplier if you play here, and you can get like extra points by playing these really quick. So the skills, if you unlock these skills, the skills to work on for finishing, I think the easiest one to do is the contested finishing. Relentless finish is not so bad, but probably one of these two, or the pick and roll. So I'm just gonna tell you guys the best drills if you're trying to unlock this. For shooting, 100%. If you have any kind of free throw or something, free throw golf is basically just mats. Every single time you do this, you're gonna get the mat stars if you know what you're doing, unless you're just not paying attention. So free throw golf, as long as you have a high free throw rating, is really good for that. You can try pick and pop or something if you can only shoot mid ranges. Playmaking, outlet passing, I always get the highest on outlet passing. I recommend doing outlet passing if you're trying to do a playmaking drill. For defensive and rebound and charge is by far the best. Lockdown's not too bad, but charge, and you just step up, take the charge, and then it's pretty much, I don't do too many of the defensive and rebounding ones, guys, though, because mainly it's better if you play park or you play MyCareer, especially if you play some kind of rec. That'll help you a lot more than doing the defensive and rebounding drills. Mainly I use the drills for shooting and playmaking. But if you want to do the drills, those are my recommended drills to do that are going to be easiest and complete very, very fast. Honestly, after the outlet passing one, you can pretty much just do that. You can probably get a high star, and like I usually get in 3 or 4 passes, then I just set the controller down. So it's crazy. Now we're gonna go into the next thing. I want to show you guys something exclusive to the next gen. Okay, last time I'm gonna break down, this is a next gen exclusive one, but it's really, really good. If you know about the warehouse last year in next gen, this is kind of very similar for this, and it's so easy to get badges. You want to go to Quest, and you want to go to Career, and it's the Mama Mentality one with Brickley. And you unlock this, and you get the you're gonna get perks. You're gonna get the Extender, Juice, Stay Warm, Accelerator perk, and you're gonna get the Mamba Mentality badge, which allows you to actually take your takeover. So what you're gonna do, all you're gonna do is you're gonna go in this gym, you're gonna go in a game. It's gonna put you in a game right here. It's right near your home base, guys, on the map. So right above here, you go in the gym. You get several games to play. When you get to like the last game to play, I think it's the second or third game, just make sure you lose. If you lose, you can play it over and over again. Just shoot, get as many shooting and playmaking badges as you can, because there's a multiplier here. It's gonna give you so much, and just play it over and over again. But make sure you lose. You have to lose to be able to play it again. If you win, you're done. You can't play it. But all you have to do, you have to lose and just play it over and over again. Just like if you play Nets in the All in Warehouse, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's a really, really good way to farm badges on Next Gen, guys. So that's going to conclude the video, man. I hope this helped you. If you guys have any other tips for people to get badges, comment it below. I'll like it. We all, like I say, we all help each other. We're a community. Whether you're current gen, next gen, tell everybody in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I try to tell you guys as much as I can. I know about badges and getting badges. So I hoped something in this video helped you guys out. If you have any questions, leave it below. I'll try to answer them best I can. Subscribe if you guys are new. Drop a like. And I am out.
It's funny how now she be calling me back. She see that I got it, I'm stuck in the trap. 40 autos and we put it right back. 40 autos and he left in the back. I can't be trusting cause people just act. I get the money, I run